Hi guys, and welcome to another video with It's a Dip Thing. Today we're going to be making Peri Peri Mushroom, and we're going to be using the Peri Peri medium to make it. So what you're going to need is some butter, a smidgen of oil, some red peppers for that crunchiness, and of course the mushrooms, and there's about 400 grams there. So what you want to begin with, just want to throw in the butter, and that gets melted. You want to put it on low to medium flame, okay, and just a pinch of oil so it doesn't stick to the pan. So you want to melt all that together. So while making peri peri mushrooms, you don't want to be afraid to play around with the heat. Sometimes you might want to lower it, sometimes you might want to increase it. This is not a tricky recipe to make. There you go, the butter is now melted. First you want to add the mushrooms. That all goes in. And you want to be cooking this for about 3 to 5 minutes. And what's going to happen here is that the mushrooms are going to reduce. The water slowly is going to seep right through. You don't want to add any salt. So you'll see slowly the water is going to release. And you want to be doing that on a kind of medium flame. If you want to do it on a high flame, that's up to you, but I would say medium flame, just to be on the safe side. So cook that for about 2 to 5 minutes. This is a great vegan dish. I mean, if you're inviting a few friends over and you want to impress someone, you know, this dish is going to impress. And it doesn't take long to make. You know, you're talking a total of around 10 minutes. It's quick. You know, you can have it with friends, or you can just have it by yourself while watching a movie. Just a quick mention, you know, please follow us on Instagram at It's a Dip Thing, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Your support is appreciated. On this channel, we're going to show you how versatile, you know, this peri peri really is. I mean, this is the mild one here. We have a mild, medium, and a hot to extreme. And what you can do with this peri peri is amazing. I mean, we've discovered just over 100 recipes we can create using this peri peri. And it's a South African Portuguese recipe. Originally, it was just made for one ingredient, that's barbecue chicken. Since we've acquired this recipe from a nice South African lady, you know, we have discovered a humongous number of recipes you can make with this Peri Peri Naga, and this today is one of them, Peri Peri Mushroom. So what you're trying to do here is bring it to a brown. You want to release all the water so the mushrooms reduce, so you know it's getting cooked inside. And this goes on for about, you know, about 3 to 5 minutes. As you can see now, that a lot of the water has been, you know, has come out from the mushrooms, and the mushrooms themselves have reduced slightly. And now at this point, we want to add the red peppers. Now we don't want to overcook them too much. We want to have that bit of crunch. So that's going to cook for another few minutes on a kind of medium to almost high flame. And then we're going to reduce the flame and then add the peri peri. That's just coming on wonderfully. The mushrooms are ready. The peppers have been cooking in here for about a minute so far. So I would say another about a minute or so. And then we're going to add the peri peri. As a bonus, we're going to add a little bit of red wine. I think you know, red wine is great when it's cooked. When you're cooking with it, it kind of waters down the peri peri, and then it gets into all the nooks and crannies of the mushroom. And this is what will happen here. Now I'm going to be using a South African wine. I can't tell you the name of that wine because this video is not being sponsored. This is just looking great, and you know, this is like ready now for the peri peri. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add the peri peri. 1, 2.5 tablespoons, and a splash of red wine. And all we do now is just mix it all together. Now I know it looks a bit runny, but what we're going to do now is we're going to cook this on a medium flame, and we're going to get rid of all that water. And what you're going to end up with is a nice dry mushroom peri peri. And this will take around 5 minutes, maybe a little longer. But the finished result's going to be beautiful, and we're going to get to taste this as well. As this happens, and the water's getting reduced, you want to keep constantly stirring, because what you don't want to happen is this stick to the actual pan itself. But you want to get to a point where you're almost like barbecuing it. And trust me, you're going to love the results. And this entire process to bring it, to get rid of all the water that's in here, it's going to take around, I'd say about 4 minutes, maybe 5. And this is a really quick dish to make. And you'll see at the end when this is done, you'll see why I'm doing what I am doing. Alright, we're 3 minutes into this, and it's looking great. You can see now that the water that was in here is reducing. It's a much redder and richer colour than it was before. And you want to continue with this until all this liquid is gone, and what you're left with is almost like a thick paste coating every mushroom that's in here, and the peppers as well. Okay, it's now been almost 5 minutes, and you can start to see now that a lot of the water's already gone. This is basically ready. I'm going to cook it now for about another few minutes, because I want to get rid of much of the water as I can. And we're just left with a beautiful coated peri peri mushroom. This is a great dish. I mean, it just takes minutes to prepare. A little bit of red wine in there, and it's just, as they say, Bob's your uncle. This is now pretty much ready. And I'll see you on the tasting table. See you in a moment. Hi, and welcome back to the tasting session. This is ready to eat peri peri mushroom, and I've got my spoon ready, okay, for the tasting. So let's give this a try. That's the mushroom, as you can see. Let's get that in focus. Oh, that's really good. That's really, really good. The aroma, let's give another one a bit more of that. I mean, this is great in front of the TV, or if you're inviting friends around, and the peri peri just complements everything. Let's try it with a cracker. Let's put a bit on there like that. There you go. That is so wonderful. That is so tasty. I mean, there's so much you can do with this peri peri. And this peri peri is so amazing. You can do anything you can imagine. So if you can imagine it, you can peri peri it. That's our new slogan. You can grab it online from chilidirect.co.uk. The link will be shown on the screen. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will be back again with another video to make a peri peri dish, a recipe. And until next time, Ciao for now.